And here we are, right here, and this is what we was talking about. Some people really hate this guy because of what happened in Transformers, the 1980s cartoon animated movie.
And this character that we were talking about is the Transformers Generation 1 Hot Rod.
This is the reason why they killed off the old line, is to bring in the new line. Just to sell toys, but they had to put a story behind it. So, I mean, they had some way they had to incorporate all their new Transformers that they were coming in with. And at the time, they didn't understand. The people who was making the movie didn't understand what they were doing. So when we see what Hot Rod did and the way Optimus Prime sacrificed himself to make sure Hot Rod didn't get hurt, that's what everybody was like shocked. It's like, no, we couldn't. Let's put it this way: in the movie, the first time when I saw it, I was like, I cannot believe what I just saw. But it left a lot of mixed emotions, and so anyway.
And I was gonna say something in my mind of, was it all his fault that he got let Prime sacrifice himself?
Well, Prime didn't want to shoot. Prime didn't want to take a chance on shooting Hot Rod trying to get to Megatron. Because you remember Megatron had him in like a chokehold.
Well, to take him hostage.
But he's such a hothead, he jumped into the battle between Optimus Prime and Megatron, which was only between those two. And then Hot Rod, he kind of, this guy sealed the deal for Optimus Prime with Megatron. But I mean, at the end, they both got each other. But it would have been so much different if he didn't jump in.
Yes.
But that's how the story goes. So that's why some people still don't like this guy today. So,
but I do want to tell y'all this. And I do really want to get back into it, but in the IDW Transformers comics, which that's what I was going to say because we really need to get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
In the IDW comics, they made Hot Rod / Rodimus a lot better.
I guess. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
They actually kind of made him as a character.
A separate character. Separate,
yes.
all his own.
But, like, a much better character.
I guess. It's, the IDW is different than what the Transformers, the movie is, So, this guy here, he had many adaptations. He was actually also a target master. He was never a headmaster. He was a target master after Transformers the movie. And then he became a target master, and he had a target master with him. But this is not that one. This is just the G1 Hot Rod. No target master.
Yes. And going back to the IDW version.
Yes.
So in phase 1, which we have already finished, he was like a good character, but he's kind of like trying to get that leadership going on with him, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
But in phase 2, he gets really good. but we have a long way to go to phase 2.
Now, as far as Hot Rod, as far as him as in the movie, the 1980s cartoon, he was the standalone character in with Daniel, and the way he transformed in the movie and the song and the soundtrack was awesome when it come to him. So anyway, that's enough of this guy. Now this is his alt mode, and he is a, I guess, futuristic kind of race car. I don't know how you would describe it. That Cybertronian race car, I guess.
I don't. Well,
I don't know.
I was just about to say I don't think it's not a Cybertronian, or
I don't.
I think it is.
It's not based on anything real worldly. There we go.
Real world.
Real worldly. Yeah, I can't even say that word. Anyway,
Real world.
it's just something that come out of their imagination. So, but Hot Rod has always had a sleek, hot rodish car type feel to him, even in G1.
And as you can see here on the front, he does have one of his guns. And on this figure, we only have one, and which he is supposed to come with 2.
Yes, but we only have one.
But as you can see, you can store it into this hole here, and here's the gun here.
And the gun plugs into the top of the engine. So
Yes.
that's what this is. That's what that represents right there, the engine. So
setting that off to the side. And as you can see, he is the typical Hot Rod or Rodimus color schemes. The reddish, darkish reddish color with some translucent blue on the cockpit, and also some nice flame sticker details here.
and on the hood you have these iconic flames. And then this right here should be the headlights.
And that there is something I wanted to talk to y'all about the flames, but we'll get to that when we get to the size comparison, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So in all hot rods, I've always seen the exhaust, smoke exhaust stacks coming out the side, which that was a different style look that we've never seen before back in the 1980s. It's like, holy cow, what is this? On this version here, there are rubber wheels.
Yes. He does have some rubber tires here.
They are not plastic, they are rubber. So, kudos for that. That is...
You can see right there.
Yeah.
Me trying to pull it off.
So, he does on this, he's got rubber wheels. So...
Which of course makes him roll really smooth.
Right, really smooth. Because if they were plastic wheels, they'd be more clunky sound.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, I'm right when I say it. More clunky. Anyway.
And on the back, he does have a couple of die-cast metal things here on the back, which we will get to why these are the die-cast metal when we get to his robot mode. And of course you got his traditional yellow spoiler on the back. And on top of the hood, you do have the heat signature or the rub symbol.
Yeah, we don't know if it works.
Oh,
I don't know.
it does.
It does.
Yes, because I did saw it working. Yep. Y'all can see it right there. The Autobot symbol.
Okay. So. Yep.
Yep. You can clearly see it right there.
So, as far as his futuristic race car mode.
And here's the bottom here.
Oh.
And you do have visible head syndrome.
Yeah, you can see his head. You can see his head. So, as far as what they have him for, a race car, I mean, you know, I think that him, Blur, Cup, Ultra Magnus, I mean, they just all look good together in a group. So, anyway, with that, what do you think about his car mode, Colton?
It looks cool.
It looks like a hot rod.
Yeah.
Basically what he's named after.
And it looks really sleek.
Yeah, sleek.
All around. And it was great back then and still great in today's time. And also they did made a Walmart reissue of this version, which I've tried to find everywhere at Walmart, but all they had at my Walmart of what we have is the reissue Walmart version of Starscream, the one that came with the Megatron. Gun. But they don't have Hot Rod. And they also made a Hound, but I never seen him.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to get on to the transformation.
Yes. So to start off the transformation, just want to take both of these here and extend them out, which were the back. Take these die-cast metal things and flip these out. These are going to form his feet.
And stand them up. Good, there we go.
His legs do lock into place when you extend them. Well, not lock in, but click as you extend them out and push them back in. Now we're gonna take the sides here and flip them out and take this waist piece and rotate it all the way around. Rotate his elbows around so the joints are facing forward, and so is the hands. Coming to the front here, you want to take the front and pull it out and then bring this all the way down.
Because it rotates on a pin.
Yes.
When you pull it out, the engine actually separates from the hood.
Yes. So bring this down. Then take the engine piece connected by this red thing and bring it around, which will reveal the robot mode head. And then bring it down, and this tab will go into, this cavity here where this waist piece is at.
And it sits in there.
Yes, it taps in really good in there. And last but not least, take the hood of, well the clear translucent cockpit piece and the yellow fin piece at the bottom and rotate it all the way around so the yellow fin piece is pointed up. And there you have Hot Rod in robot mode.
The only thing I had a problem with Hot Rod, and I've always had this problem, his head has a slight tilt to it. His head has a slight tilt to it, like he's looking down, kinda. But if you try, I don't know, can you push it up any? No, I mean his head. No. Yeah.
No. Well, you can try, but if you want to do that, you will have to undo the chest a little bit.
Yes, and that's one of the main deals with the Hot Rod is that he kind of has a downward look to him. But as far as let's put it this way, when we seen Hot Rod and what he looks like compared to what he looked like in the cartoon, it's different. It's way different. You know, he just doesn't look like Hot Rod, especially in the face. The face is kind of the face was off. You know, so I mean, there's his face right there. Now, y'all tell me. I don't know. To me, Hot Rod never looked like Hot Rod compared to what was in the cartoon of the G1 animated show. But it's what we had, and that's all we had, and they called him Hot Rod, so that's all we had in the 1980s.
I actually think the robot mode does look pretty cool from back when it first came out and compared to in today's time here. And you remember that those die-cast metal things that were on the back of his field commode, which now form his feet? Well, these are the ones from the back of his vehicle commode. And these feet, like I said, are die-cast metal.
Yeah, they're for stability.
Yes.
To help balance.
For its stability.
Yeah, for stability, balance, all that good stuff. So, like I said, and the deal with this is it was different. It was different. Now, still, you had no articulation in the feet. You had somewhat articulation in the arms. The head does not move.
Yes. And that's about all the articulation you're gonna catch.
Well, his wrist will move.
Well, yes.
They will.
His wrist does have a little bit of swivel
Yes.
to them, as y'all can see here.
But because of the pipes and stuff like that, he can only move them a little bit.
Yes.
Now, one thing that we thought was cool was him having like those pipes on his arms. You know, because we've seen them in the movie where they were actually shooters. You know, to shoot lasers and stuff like that.
And the only articulation that you just saw is his elbows can bend, but he can swivel at the elbow here, and his arms can move in and out here, and that's it. And he does have some new sticker detail on him, which are on the legs, the waist piece, and on the shoulders here.
And don't forget his gun.
And you can have him hold his gun if he had two.
Yeah, if he's got two. He's got one, but one will work. But that, like I said, he was... The way that they make Hot Rod now compared to the way he looks like in this is different. Go ahead and change him. The way that they look is a big difference between what it was in the 1980s compared to what it is now. So, I mean, he is... Don't get me wrong, he's Hot Rod. But the Hot Rod that we have today, I wish we had back before this guy was made. I wish that the Hot Rod that we have today was the one that... But, of course, technology wasn't there at the time. So, they did the best that they could.
And the one... My dad's talking to y'all is the one that I do have right in front of me, and
Yep.
right now
He's changing it right now. So, y'all in the descriptions down below, let me know if y'all like this guy. If you, my main two guy for the G1 when the cartoon come out has always been Ultra Magnus. So this, I can take it or leave it. It's not that much of a big deal. But I do know a lot of people got mad over him because it costed Optimus. And he was always a hothead, ready to get off into a scrap or some type of battle. And just run right off into it. So, I mean, you know, run into it like he's on fire. You know, he just wanted to go get some Decepticons. Never thinking things through enough. But at the end of the animated movie, the 1980s, he graduated, and guess what? Hot Rod become Rodimus. So it's kind of like a story of, how can I put this? A teenager coming into his own existence of, I guess, manhood? I don't know how you would explain that. I guess that's kind of it, but, you know, with that, are you ready to take on the responsibility of what you need to do to be the bearer of the Matrix? So that's a whole other issue. Whoops. So as far as Hot Rod here, he's pretty plain. It was different at the time. Even his sports car looked different.
Okay. I got him ready.
Okay.
So now we're going to be doing a size comparison with the G1 Hot Rod and the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod.
Right.
And if y'all remember that I was telling y'all about the flame detail on the original G1 Hot Rod versus the Studio Series version, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get a little close up here. Now, I have heard some people saying that this flame detail is for Hot Rod, whereas this flame detail is for Rodimus.
I don't know.
Because I have heard that from some people.
I don't know. But look at that. Get a good close up of the head sculpt of both of them. Just kind of, we'll put them in kind of close right here. Now y'all tell me which one looks. Y'all let us know which one looks better. This is what we come out with in the 1980s, after the before the cartoon actually, and then this is today of what he looked like in the cartoon of the animated Transformers the movie. To me, hands down, this guy's got it.
Yes.
But in reality, at the time, the technology wasn't there yet to make him. This is all they had.
Because
So,
this, even though the technology wasn't there in the 1980s, you had to use a lot of your imagination.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say. So,
And this guy can do something that this one cannot. And if you see my review of the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod here, you know, in the 1986 movie, him and Daniel were driving off to see the shuttle
they're
come
on
in.
Lookout Ridge or Lookout Mountain.
Lookout Mountain. And Hot Rod here pulled out his little visor. And you can do that on the Studio Series version and not with this one here.
So, you gotta open his head.
And now he has his visor on.
Right, now he has his visor on, which is awesome. I don't know. He's got blue eyes, but I don't know, you know. That's no visor.
And he also has blue eyes, but a lighter blue.
So, yeah, we just wanted to kind of share this with y'all right quick. Like I said, we're going to get back to, here in a minute, our final thoughts of the G1 Hot Rod. And we will see y'all. I'm sorry, Colton, is there anything that you want to say right quick before we get to our final thoughts?
No, I think I got everything I wanted to say.
Okay.
Except, it is the color of the camera kind of turning blue? Because I can still see some blue here.
I do not know.
But if I move my hand, it changes back to normal.
Okay. So, y'all, that's it.
That's much better.
So, hey, we will see y'all here in a minute with our final thoughts.